which one do you think it's better?
This one.
And why do you think it's better?
It's more powerful. The
It's
smell,
stronger.
yes, the smell is stronger than this one.
But
This one looks like it fades away.
But the smell,
It's pretty similar. This smells,
a bit more stronger.
yes, stronger.
Okay, okay. What about these two?
I'd say they're the same.
Okay, that's what I
Maybe.
wanted to hear.
Yeah, cool.
What were you trying to say?
Maybe this one a little bit
Strong.
stronger.
Yeah, okay. That's because this one, I sprayed it after that one.
Ah, okay.
Same thing with the previous two. The perfume I sprayed on this plotter, I sprayed it after the other one.
Okay.
So that's why these were stronger.
Okay, cool.
But in general, they're about the same.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Ify, and in this video I'm going to share with you a great clone of Carolina Herrera CH Men. Now, I know this video is about two fragrances, the women version also, but the men's version is so good that people around the world are trying to find alternatives to it. Now, the fragrances I'm going to talk about today are Estiara, E-Homme and Estiara E-Femme. Now guys, I know I haven't talked about Estiara in the last videos, and I know I said I'm going to purchase more of Estiara fragrances, but the fact is that I don't know how, but strangely the price went higher after making the videos about Estiara fragrances. I'm serious, nowadays they are slightly higher and I don't think they are worth purchasing anymore because it's almost the price of an Armaf fragrance. So is it worth purchasing every Estiara fragrance? Definitely not, but when you find such great alternatives that you can't find in Armaf brand or any other Al Haramain, Rasasi, the bottles are pretty self-explanatory. Like, you will see the bottle and you will actually figure out which fragrance they are trying to clone. But I know how much you guys are searching for a clone of CH Men because that's a very good fragrance. Okay, so the presentation is actually nice. For this price, it's actually pretty good. It doesn't feel as cheap as many Armaf fragrances, and you could also get the bottles naked. And you get the male's version naked, and you know what happens next. I don't have to point this out for you. The caps, not so great. This was also supposed to come off, but we could live with that. Okay, let's check out the sprayers. You definitely have to go lots of sprays with this one. And the female's version, oh, much better. Much better and much stronger. For the presentation, I will give both of them a 6.5 out of 10. Speaking of the scent, they both are very similar. But the men's version, guys, the men's version is 99% similar, almost identical. And I'm so glad that is of a high quality and it smells the same as the original. Now the female's version is about 95% similar, and I say that because this one is a bit lighter while the original is a bit more stronger and a bit more sweeter. But 95% similar? Come on, I'll go with that anytime for the price of an Estiara fragrance. They are very good. But the men's version, you know guys, if you smell this fragrance, you know that it's special. This is a bit more generic to me. It's like a sweet fragrance for women. It's sexy, I have to admit that it's sexy, but this one smells clean, fresh, healthy, you know, like a man that takes care of his body. It is sweet, but at the same time it's herbal. It makes it fresh, also very sexy. For the smell, I will have to give this one a 10 out of 10. It smells so good. And this one only an 8 out of 10 because I said it smells a bit generic to me, but otherwise it is sexy and I do like it. Now you guys are probably wondering, okay, the smell is good, it's close, they are clones, but how do they perform compared to the original? I'll start with the women's version. Now the women's version unfortunately lasts a couple of hours less than the original, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't last enough. This one lasts 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours, and it does project pretty well for about 2 hours. Now the men's version, and here is where the interesting part comes out. You know that the actual CH Men formulation is very bad, so that's why this one performs better than the original. Now don't get me wrong, it's not going to perform beastly. Even so, even if this one performs better than the original, it doesn't last more than 7 hours. With the original I got around 5 to 6 hours, but it was crawling to get those 6 hours. Now the projection is pretty bad for both of them. You get about 1 hour. If you have this one, you could go for multiple sprays, you don't even care. For the performance, I will give this one 6 out of 10 and this one a 7 out of 10. Now price range, you know, Estiara fragrances even cheaper than Armaf. You will be able to get these fragrances from 9 euros to 15 or 20 euros. Now guys, I hope you will find these fragrances as interesting as I found them. They finally have a Carolina Herrera CH Men clone. So glad, so glad. And until the next video, keep smelling great.